Head coach Trevor Griffin, welcome to Sunrisers. How have you settled into the new role?
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, I guess. Really, it sort of all happened quite quickly, but it's been a fantastic start in what has been very much a strange sort of strange times and strange summer for everybody involved in cricket. Certainly. Danny's been superb and very supportive. I'm still living in Devon at the moment, so I'm clocking up miles up and down the M5 and the M4. But it's great to get going, and like I said, Danny's been superb, and her vision is really exciting about what we want to achieve with cricket within London and East Anglia.
Good to hear. You touched on this, Trevor. Challenging times for everybody amid the current pandemic. We're here at Billericay today, which is one of the venues that Essex have secured as a COVID-safe training venue. How have you found coaching the girls with the restrictions that are obviously in place?
Yeah, I think from a cricket perspective, it's probably not been too dissimilar because of the numbers that we're currently working with. So it's been very much individual skills work. But what I would say is Billericay and also Radlett have been outstanding in the way they have gone about setting up the facilities for us. It's very clear about where you come in, where you go out, how you work. But from a cricket perspective, it's been there's been a few strange bits. You know, batters having to putt the ball back and coaches having to bend down to pick up the ball rather than seeing the batters throw the ball back. But apart from little things like that, it's been cricket as normal. And like I said, the guys at Billericay and Radlett have been outstanding.
Good to hear. You come into this role, Trevor, with a wealth of experience, KSL and Women's Big Bash League. And also, of course, with England International side, all great experience. This, of course, is something different. It's a brand new start. It's a new team. It's a new franchise. You've got to set it all up from scratch. Newly formed competition. How much are you looking forward to the challenges that this fresh start will bring?
Yeah, it's certainly going to be interesting, and definitely at the moment in terms of understanding what we're going to do this summer. I think the plans on that are still being worked through. I think if you look at the way cricket has gone in our game, certainly the women's game, is that there's such a crossover now between 50 over and T20 and white ball cricket and the skills that these players have. So in terms of how we go about things and building that culture, once we start to get more of our players in, we'll start to talk to them around how we're going to work together and help them get them to really drive the way the Sunrisers are going to play and the brand that we want to play.
Brilliant. You talked about the similarities across white ball formats. Obviously, most of your experience is in the T20 form of the game. Are we likely to see an attacking brand of cricket from the Sunrisers, given that influence?
I think that the way cricket has gone full stop is that it's very much now about always taking the positive options, and that's what I've certainly been encouraging our players to do is go out and play their game. That's what's got them selected into these teams, so rather than bring them in and looking to change them, I want them to go out and have we talk about having freedom, but I think it's more about having courage within the battle to go out and make those positive decisions and play their style of cricket. And I think, as I said, if you look at the way the game's gone, it's all about taking the positive options. So that's certainly where we will be looking to go.
Brilliant. Well, you've obviously got your 3 retained professionals already named in Amara, Naomi and Cordelia. You've had a chance to work with them now. I know you've worked with a number of them previously. What do you make of the girls so far, and how are they taken to life as newly formed cricketers in a pro sense?
Yeah, they're 3 fantastic people, not just cricketers but fantastic people. I've known Amara for probably 10 years, from her time in Devon and Exeter University and Western Storm. Naomi I've known for the last couple of years, again with Western Storm, and Cordelia I've known of, but this is the first time I've really got to work with her. They're all excited, all up for the challenge of what does professional cricket look like, and it will be new. And I think the one thing that we need to remember is that, as you've mentioned earlier, this is brand new. It's brand new for them. There are no senior pros for them to look up to or to be shown the way within this new environment of ours. So there's going to be lots of learning for them and for us as coaches. And I think the one thing that we all need to remember is that that we just can't flick a switch on and change overnight. And there might be a little bit where we're going to need to hold people back, and there might be a little bit where we need to push them to understand they've got to do a little bit more now. But we find that as we go along. But as a start, they are 3 fantastic signings for us, and I'm delighted to be working with all 3 of them.
Brilliant. Sounds like lots of exciting challenges ahead. I guess your next big challenge is pulling your squad together. Can you just explain how that process will work and what are the timelines involved around that before you can eventually get the whole squad together?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, the timelines and that I'm not 100% certain on. That's something that's being primarily led by Danny. But as a process, because of the pandemic and where we are with cricket, it's not how we ideally would like to do things. But we've had a nomination process from all of our linked counties. We've then go through a process of a long list of players based on feedback from the coaches, stats, what we already know about them, where possible some video footage, which we have quite a lot of for a number of players. That long list we will then look at in club cricket, some county games, possibility of arranging maybe some friendly internal fixtures, and then we'll look to reduce that down to a squad of 15 for the summer competition.
Exciting times ahead. Well, look, Trevor, I know you're busy. You're about to kick off training here, so I'll thank you for your time. Goes without saying, all the very best of luck for everything that lies ahead, and we can't wait to see the girls out there.
Great. Thanks very much for your time. Much appreciated.